Hello, this is Bridget with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, how are you? I am outside obviously, and when I'm outside I'm with the dogs and it's daytime, so we don't know how this is gonna go. We don't know where this is even gonna go. We're just gonna do it and see how long it takes me to do it and put it wherever the hell it can go. Okay? So I've got two decks. I got my Divine Tarot and I got my Celestial Oracle. And I've decided, like, since coming out here, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to get these, I'm going to change the finish on them to gloss because they are already getting kind of messed up. I mean, I know when I use decks, I'm like, kind of rough on them, but I haven't had it, like, that long, and it's already getting scratchy. So, I think it's because it's black, you know what I mean? There's actually one of my first decks that I made was all black, the sexy one with the red writing, the Divine, Desires, the Divine Essentials Desires deck, and they were like, oh, you can't make this, we can't do it because it's black. And I was like, you have the option on your website to make all black for the background. Why would you have that as an option? And I'm like, I've seen a lot of black decks, and so they ended up letting me do it again. And at first I made it on a different site. Like, when they first took it down, I went and I had to go make it again real quick because I had tons of people ordering it. So I had to make it again on a different site and then fight with them, and then they finally let me do it again. But I do it on a glossed one, so I'm going to try to do that again. So if you've ordered this and you get it and it scratches up real quick on you, then just let me know and I'll get you a new one, because this is too soon to be this scratchy. Alright, so anyways, we've got thinking, feeling, and wanting, and I, let's see, have kind of a mess here. Last night I pulled cards and then I got really unwell feeling. I was like, oh god, I gotta lay down, and then I took all of those cards with me out here, and then I dropped them because I moved the table a little bit. It's been a sucky day so far, so yeah, that's what's happened. And I can't seem to do things right. So we're new cards here, and these are the first ones out for thinking or headspace. So the Sun is about illumination, clarity, having an aha moment, and the Nine of Swords is about anxiety and sleepless nights and stress and all of that. So somebody could have had some sort of awakening moment or this realization that has brought about some stress for some reason. You know what I mean? Maybe they're like, oh my god, I can't believe I just figured this out, or oh no, whatever it is. This could even just be an awakening, because we also had a Divinity of Men is here, and then create to navigate uncharted places. So it's they're kind of coming into this alternate reality, and whatever this alternate reality is for them could be, causing them to see things in a new way, and just kind of realizing stuff that they didn't see before or haven't known, within their mind, and could be keeping them up at night, or just kind of causing them to feel a little bit of stress in regards to whatever the realization is. And then with the Nine of Cups, I feel like they may be thinking about what's going to make them happy. Sadie lady, don't you do it. You know what I mean? What I want to go towards what's going to make me happy, or I finally figured out what I want in my life to be happy, but maybe I'm afraid of going after that, or I'm afraid I can't have it, or I'm afraid that I've already lost that opportunity, or whatever it is. And also for some of you, it could be somebody having the realization or thinking oh my god, they're happy without me. You know what I mean? Somebody could see you as being happy without them, and that could be causing them stress, because look, King of Pentacles, he's staring right over here. He's the committed, stable, loyal dude, and he's got the Three of Cups over here with him. And then we get the Page of Cups here. So I feel like somebody could have some anxiety here about losing someone to another person. Oh no, maybe I took too long, because the Knight of Pentacles is fucking slow as shit. He doesn't get to where he needs to go on time, you know what I mean? Sometimes he's like, oh shit, I'm a little too late. Oh no, I'm at the party at the wrong time. Oops. And I feel like that maybe for some of you what the case is, maybe you've embraced this new alternate reality where you're going and exploring, other places or other people or other things, and they could be realizing that they don't want that to be the case, or they want an alternate reality from that, because they care about you, or they, you know, whatever. Because sometimes that happens. It's like we, you know, when somebody cares about us and loves us and is, you know, there for us, we take it for granted, or we don't realize like that we even want them to be there for us. Maybe we're like, nah, I don't want you. You go away. And when you go away and you give the space for them to see what life is like without you there, sometimes they realize that that's not what they really wanted, or they realize, oh shit, like I don't want you to go with them though. I just don't want you. No, that's too far. You know, come back. That's too far away. No, man. Don't do it. We're not going to do this again. You don't jump on there. You get hurt, okay? Okay, mister? Okay, good boy. I love you. All right, so the Page of Cups, that may be that anxiety and that stress that we see here, where it's like, you know, I don't know what to say. You see how the fingers are? This is like somebody looking down at their hands, like they're a little nervous. They're like, you know, I feel a little stupid, or I feel a little, you know, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, this is like when you're like in trouble at school and you put your hands together. I didn't do it. I didn't mean to. So basically, that could be the issue here, is that I'm going to hold on one second. I'm going to fucking fill the pool so they stop. Crazy. Jump. She does like a dive. Be good boy. Mana, man. Mana. She's crazy. She's a crazy girl. She's a weirdo. Jumpy jump! Jumpy jump! Here we go, jumpy jump! She's crazy. You can do it. Jumpy jump. Stop backing. Jumpy jump. Swim. You got it. What was that? That wasn't a jump. You didn't even jump. Go. Bite. Alright, so hopefully they're going to be quiet now, but basically what I was getting at is that somebody may be thinking about, you know, I'm nervous to say something to you, or I'm nervous that you're happy without me, or I'm nervous that, you know, whatever. Maybe they're with somebody else and they're nervous to tell the person that they're with that they feel the way that they feel, okay? Because we have cycles of creation and destruction leading to destined divinity. So whatever the destiny here is, I feel like there's some divinity that's like, you know, some divine destiny that's here that's supposed to be connected with, and this person may be just nervous of that. You know, sometimes we're afraid to go after our destiny. Like there's life coaches out there, literally specifically there for that, to help you be like, hey, you know what? I have the confidence that I can go after what I'm, you know, thinking of, because a lot of us just not go after what we want. So the celestial created says, from far away, another time and place where you live among a peaceful race. This is my starseed energies. So that could be the thing too, is like somebody could have like a realization that they are a starseed, or that they are awakening, you know, like they don't have to be a starseed to awaken. They don't have to, you know what I mean? But this could be like, oh, you know what? Like, I'm realizing that we're all like, you know, stardust, and that we're all part of consciousness, and that we're all part of the one, and we're all, you know what I mean? Like, when you have an awakening, it's like you just look at everything completely different than when you did. And that in itself can make you nervous about like putting that out into the world. Because the Mercury here, this is communication. You know what I mean? Like, this is how we communicate, this is how we talk to people, and it's about our, like, everyday relationships and all the people around us and the day-to-day expressions that we have, our intelligence, messages, logic, rationale, right? This, you know, maybe this person's been very logical, or they haven't been able to allow themselves to think, you know, in an alternate way to whatever it's been. But whatever I feel is happening here is some sort of divine thing for some of you, because we've got, you know, like this alternate reality that's an awakening. And if you think about the star beings, like, they are literally from an alternate reality. They're not here on Earth, like, chilling with us. Some of them are, but not, you know, that's not really what most of it is a lot of them are communicating to us from farther away, from an alternate reality. Some of us are more connected to it than others, and some of us are, you know, like, afraid to, like, when we first wake up, to tell people about that, or to even acknowledge it within ourselves. For me, the first, like, entire year that, like, they were communicating with me and stuff, I was like, oh my god, like, I told my mom. But even, like, the guy that I was living with, like, I didn't really tell him shit. I didn't tell him shit the whole time we were together, really. It was, like, very minimum that I would ever talk to him about any of it, because I knew he didn't get it, and he was just gonna make fun of me and, like, you know, like, make me feel stupid. So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother going over there and saying anything, you know. I kind of just lived my life by myself. Like, we were together, but we weren't together ever. It was like, there's not very often we would spend time, like, you know, drinking or eating or celebrating or doing anything. So I feel like that may be, you know, how this person could feel if they've had an awakening, or they could just be coming into an alternate reality where, like, realizing, I don't want to be with the person I'm with anymore, or, you know, I don't want to waste all this time that I have here on this planet, like, not going after what I'm destined to go after. So I feel like maybe there's been a cycle here where there's been a lot of destruction, or there could have even been cycles where there was a lot of creation. Like, maybe the two of you coming together and things were good. Maybe you've already been married and committed to this person, and then, you know, maybe a third party came in and screwed that up and they left, but they could be realizing, like, oh shit, like, maybe that's not really where I want to be anymore. Maybe I want to come back to you. Maybe I messed up, you know, by going over here. Whatever it is, it's a realization, okay? And this could even be you. Okay, you could be having realizations and you could be nervous about them. Like, maybe you've been so invested into somebody for this, you know, however long you've been connected to them and committed and loyal and all of that, and somebody else could be, like, you know, staring in the pot of the energies, and you could be like, oh no, like, an alternate reality, and I'm nervous, I don't know where I should go, I don't, like, because sometimes the people on the twin flame journey, they feel like they're cheating even when they're not with their twin. Like, the twin, they haven't talked at all. They don't see them at all. They're, like, married or with another person, but the person will still feel like they're cheating to go even explore or think about other people. So that could be something you struggle with. If you're on the journey, you could be like, oh my god, like, there's, you know, other people in this world that I could communicate with and date and, you know, connect with, but I'm nervous, I'm afraid to do that because I don't want to be cheating on my divine masculine. Or you could just be nervous because you haven't been with anybody for a long time, you know, like, you could have shut yourself down because of your commitment and loyalty to them on that level, and now you could just be, like, nervous and afraid of opening yourself up to anybody, anywhere, at any time. But, you know, that cycle of stuff could be coming to an end, and there could be aligning to a new beginning. So in this deck, there's two sets of planets, and I put both in, okay? So I wanted to do it just to see what would happen with me putting both of them in, and what happened was I got the moon twice. So I feel like that's kind of cool because it gives you, like, that double confirmation of, like, all right, this energy really wants to be there. And last night when I did it, it was, like, a lot of that happening, like, where I'd get the same card twice for the, like, very similar, you know, question or whatever. Holy shit, what are you guys doing? Oh my god, I can't do anything with them. Anyways, with the moons, these are our emotions down here, and the moon is connected to our emotions. So this is, you know, the mystery, the feminine, the reception, intuition, nurturing, caring, feelings, emotions, memories, reactions, instincts, expression, and the, you know, feminine, like I said. So the sun is the masculine, and that's up here in the headspace. So they could be allowing, like, their logical masculine energies to be running the show within the mind. or trying to, run the show within the mind, or like go by what their mind is thinking and all of that. But then in the emotions and in their feelings, the moon could be kind of running the show and taking center stage and doing all of the, leading of energies. So I feel like this person could be very tapped into their emotions right now. Or this could be you, again, like you could be feeling very emotional, not even knowing exactly how you feel, because this is like the mystery energies, and trying to figure out, the shadow and stuff that's been suppressed or isn't like, very clear, like 100% this is an easy, I know what I want to do type of thing. So in the emotions, people could be just feeling like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to think, I don't know how you feel. If I don't know how you feel, I don't know how I feel. Sometimes we do that, like we don't want to be the one that's vulnerable and authentic, or looking stupid. We don't want to be like, oh my god, like they know that I care. So basically with the Ace of Cups, that's about a new beginning in love, or a new beginning in emotions. This is like, yay, I feel this certain way and I want to start over, and I have like my emotions fulfilled. So this could be you, this could be them. And again, that kind of ties in with both things, like what I was bringing through up here. You could be feeling like, I just want to be happy, and I'm not happy by myself, like waiting on somebody who's not showing up, who's taking forever, isn't communicating with me, maybe is with somebody else, hides their emotions, doesn't tell me how they feel. It's not reciprocal, like nothing I've done ever seems to work out with this person. So you could be like, I want a new beginning somewhere else. Maybe I'm nervous or anxiety around that, but at some point, what are you going to do? So that could be something for some of you. And then on the flip side of that, like with the other version of what was coming through, somebody could be realizing that they would like to start over with you, because they maybe now feel what it's like to not have you there, that alternate reality without you in their life. Maybe they don't like that to the degree that it's at. Maybe they're like, wait, let's try this again and see, like, if we can make it normal. Can we take our time? Can we go slow? Can you like not be a psycho and want to get married to me immediately? You know what I mean? And with the Knight of Swords, this is somebody wanting to rush with communication, truth. Sometimes it's a harsh truth, but it's just truth, whatever the freaking truth is. So somebody could be feeling, some sort of way and feel like, I need to say something and deliver my truth for my destiny, because the Wheel of Fortune is our destiny. So again, cycles of creation and destruction leading to destined divinity. So whatever that is for you guys, it's like, maybe it's time for me to align to my destiny. With the Capricorn energy, this is discipline, ambitious, and persistence. So I feel like you probably are this way, and this is also like, Capricorn's very like, I'm going to go bust my ass and work really hard. So that could have even been something within your connections, maybe you guys were in a cycle of creation, just work, and now you could be in a cycle where it's like wanting to not just be working all the time, but just allowing yourself to enjoy life and have fun, because you get that like 9 of Cups up there and things like that. Like you could have been just busting your ass trying to like be disciplined and ambitious and persistent, and you could have even been that way with the connection. Like I was saying, you may have been very committed to this person even though you weren't with them, thinking that, oh, they're my destiny, I can't be with anybody else, I feel like I'm cheating if I talk to other people, blah 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 blah. And you could have just been in a cycle like that for a while, where you're just like, all right, it's time to put my head down and work. And now you may be even in like a cycle of destruction, where you're destroying some of the things that you built, or the way that you were living your life, so that you can get into, alignment with a different version of reality, an alternate reality, that you may feel you're destined to have, or is maybe where your destiny is. So take it as it resonates, because I feel like this is going to be different for everybody. For some of you, you know what I mean? Like, this could be where your person's at right now. It's like, in the past, it was a destruction. They were tearing things apart. They didn't want to be, like, committed to you. They didn't want to settle with you. They didn't want to settle with anybody. They could have just been, like, bulldozing through and not really, caring, just kind of hurting people. And now they could be in this energy, like, with King of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. Like, I would like to be more disciplined and ambitious and persistent beyond just like physical material gain. Maybe I'd like to have like an actual relationship that is reciprocal, that is worth being invested into, and take my, emotions and give them to this person and be romantic. So the Knight of Cups is somebody that's very romantic, and they're like, hey, what's up, baby? And they could be trying to get creative in how they're going to approach you for union, because we get the Four of Wands here, and this is stability, and this is our foundation, our loyalty, our commitment to somebody. a relationship that's going to be reciprocal and love and all of that. And with the Hermit, I feel like they could be kind of pulling themselves out of third-party situations or out of the, like, you know, energies that they may have been in before, whatever it was before that was causing whatever problems you guys may have had. They could be like, you know, I'm going to go away from that. I'm going to go search within myself. I'm going to seek, you know, clarity and illumination, and I'm going to have my awakening. Like the Hermit is the one that goes into an awakening because they pull themselves away from the distractions of the world. They're not out there like, "Urgh!" Like, let me drink away everything that I feel and let me, like, just go party and have fun and do stupid shit and not ever think about anything beyond myself, you know? So somebody could have went into the Hermit mode, or could be in the Hermit mode, having realizations, waking up and just seeing things differently, and now getting creative and realizing that they want to have a different foundation that's built between the two of you, or that they do feel romantically towards you, and that they'd like to be more disciplined and persistent within, like, trying to see where that goes, you know? Maybe before they weren't even giving it an option or a chance to take off the ground, but they could be feeling like they would like to do that now. And for you, I feel like it could be that you're just trying to get persistent and creative in the way that you might be living your life, or maybe you're feeling, you know, it's time to shift, like whatever you've been doing. You could feel like, I want to change what I've been doing into a new way. I don't like this reality anymore. You know, like aha moment, clarity, seeing from a new way. I need to take action. I need to go where my passion is going to be, where my energy wants to thrive. So you could be feeling inspired in some way, you know, like there could be some sort of inspiration that's coming in. And it's there to last beyond the infinite. So again, it's something that people would be like, boom, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to be. This is where I want to go. And then we had the 8th house energies down for the wants. So this is like death and rebirth, you know, like sexual energies, deep bonds. So this is like twin flame energy, you know. It's basically like this is somebody I have this deep bond with. This is somebody that I feel like this sexual passion for. This is somebody that, even though we may have had an ending, we're going to restart it up again, because it's like the Ouroboros. It's a serpent eating its own tail. Like it's never finished. You know, you go through a cycle and you start one again. Even if you never get together with your twin, for like if you never come to union, it doesn't matter, because you're still going to have some fucking weird connection to them. So there's still going to be some sort of cycle that's playing out, you know, like those cycles are going to continue on regardless of what you do with them or without them. So it's like sometimes you're going to be really tapped in and like connected to them, and other times you may be a little bit further away from them. But no matter what, you're going to be, you know, going through cycles with them. And then we had the 3 of Swords here. So I feel like if there, you know, some pain and stuff like that, I feel like what the want is for that to go away. This wasn't out. I don't know why that's here. I don't think it was out anyways. I know the star was there. These ones are out. So basically, I feel like whatever pain and stuff like that, people want to walk away from it. They don't want their heartache to go away. They don't want to be living in pain anymore. They don't want to be suffering. They want to walk away from the stuff that's hurt. And they want temperance, which is balance, union, and, you know, healing and harmonization, and like the angels coming in and helping you to release, you know, the resistance and the hurt and the suffering that could have come about from like being in our ego and our pride and our energies. But also I feel like what somebody wants is to be in their divine masculine energy. They want to be in that place where they can be prideful, take control of their life, take ownership of their life, and have, you know, that royal regal energy, so that they can have a happy ever after and have justice and have their wishes come true, their dreams come true. They may even have you as being part of their wishes now, you know. And if again we had the Mercury come through, which we already had through once, communication, relationships. I feel like somebody wants to communicate their truth to you. And look, astral realms are calling. Time to take a journey. I feel like you guys are connected in the astral. Don't do it, Mana. Please. Somebody may want to connect with you astrally, or you could be connecting astrally in the star energies, like, you know, having your dreams and wishes and all of that connected. Basically, like whatever, you know, they're thinking about in the physical material world is probably playing out in the energetic astral realms. So you could be having dreams of them. They could be having dreams of you. You know, things like that. The only person I've ever dreamed and remember my dreams about is my twin. And I know it's because there's something happening up there that I'm not like conscious of down here. So whatever you guys are going through down here, there's a whole other world up there that's going on. So you got to remember that too. It's like that energy above is sometimes where you need to go to heal your deep wounds, you know, or to clear out things that aren't working down here, Because you don't have the ego up there. You don't have the bullshit up there. Like, you're not afraid to tell them, like, hey, guess what? Hey, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, yeah, me too, blah, blah, blah. So it's like you don't have the bullshit down here that you have up there. Or however I'm supposed to say that. You know what I mean? Basically, I feel like some of you could be connecting on deeper levels there. And it could be helping you to clear emotional blocks. And there could be some like elixirs or crystals or things that you want to connect with to help you. Okay? Like I make my astral sex... my astral sex like blend that people connect with. I also have like my sex magic thing. I just had a woman message me yesterday because I took the sex magic down off of my Etsy, like the listing for it, and I was gonna make a listing that like just lists all of my things, because Etsy's weird. It's like if you have a listing on your Etsy store that doesn't sell as often as like, because my decks are like boom, 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 selling all day, every day. But when I have my like, you know, astral sex or sex magic, they're not as consistent or selling out like the other things do. So I was like, all right, I got to take this down, because it brings down the whole like shop. You know what I mean? It starts to impact where you are in the listings. It starts to impact your entire like grade of your store. So I was like, I'm just going to make one listing and list all of my recipes within that one listing, because that's going to sell more often than, you know, listing 10 separate things. So I got to do that. But in the meantime, she's just going to order the Twin Flame one and leave a note that says sex magic, please. But she connects with that, and her husband, she's like, me and my husband trust you, we want you to make it, blah blah blah. Like, we know there's other people out there who say that their products are this or that, and they don't trust those people, because there's so many people out there that are using like chemicals and crappy crap, or they just like don't care and they do whatever and make some shitty shit. Like, I always disclose what's in mine. That I never used a what do you call it, like a fragrance oil, until after my mom died. My sister wanted to make a candle that was like the one that my mom had from Victoria's Secret a long time ago. So I ordered one, and we got it, we were making it and all of that, and then like I ordered the stuff that we needed for that, and they sent the wrong thing, and I was like, what the hell? So like, I'm like, all right, there's a reason for this. Why did they send this? And as soon as I smelt it, I was like, oh, this is a Divine Masculine candle, and I like it. And I was like, I will be very careful with it, and it's okay that it's got some stuff. It's patholate free, so it's not like it's not as bad as like if you were to just go get like some of the nastier ones, but it's still a fragrance oil. So there's not, the only thing is it's safe, but it's not like beneficial. You know what I mean? Like, it's not aromatherapy. Like, when you smelling it, you absorbing it into your bloodstream, you absorbing it into your energies and things like that, like just by the scent alone isn't, a beneficial like health thing. But the intention that's connected to it is what, I use it for. So my intention is to connect with the Divine Masculine, like a Divine Masculine, not like just some shithead that's going to like, use you, abuse you, lose you. Somebody that's actually going to show up and be in the divine role, like, well, I'm in my integrity, and I'm going to speak my truth, and I'm going to communicate how I feel, and I'm going to, treat you with respect, and I'm going to show up and, be the divine man that should be thought of when we say divine man. But that's what that came for, was to help us with that. And I also made one called It's Raining Men, that I would mix that with my one that is beneficial and like, actual aromatherapy abundance one. The abundance one helps you to connect with abundance, to bring in money and, whatever you want an abundance of. So I was like, let's make It's Raining Men and make an abundance of like divine men. So I should put that one back out, because I forgot about that. But anyways, yeah, so I don't know. Oh yeah, like you can use crystals and elixirs and whatever. Like, there's so many crystals that do different things for different reasons. I have the tantric twins that I got to put out there. I had somebody connect with me the other day. She was like, do you have any quartz? And that's like the one that I have like massive amounts of, because I just keep buying it because I'm a weirdo about it. And I recorded like a 46 minute long video about crystals, but I don't know where to post it. I don't know if I should post it here, if I should post it over there. And I don't even know if I want to post it, because then it might open this doorway to doing what I did with her for other people. So basically, with her, she, asked me, and I was like, yeah, like, and I pulled them all out and showed her what I had. And then she was like, you know what, you pick it. And I'm like, okay. But she didn't like give me a price limit. She didn't do anything like that. She was just like, you pick it. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know what to do. So I tapped into Spirit, and Spirit guided me, and I ended up getting her like 5 crystals. And she's a really good customer. She's somebody that I connect with. So I gave her a good deal. Like because then I felt bad. I'm like, I can't be like, hey, all right, here's $500 worth of crystals. Like, you know, like I was like, all right, let me just give her a good deal, find her good ones. But if I do what I did with her, I would have to charge for the service, because I wrote up 4 postcards of information that, like, it's tiny writing. It's not like I've, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, you get a lot of information on 4 postcards. So basically I wrote up 4 postcards about the crystals and about what they do, but it's the intention as well, because you can go get a quartz crystal and program it for anything, but the crystals that I get, I know about them on a deeper level. Like, I had some weird awakening happen with them, and basically I talk about them in that video, and I tell you about like the like what a star marking looks like, and what a freaking record keeper looks like, and what you can do with the record keepers. And some of the record keepers are raised, and some of them are sunken in, and some of them are freaking minuscule, so you'd have to have a loop, like a jewelry loop, to look at with a magnifying glass. And I showed you a lot of I even put like the magnifying glass up to the lens of my camera to show you some of the little things on the crystals that I was using for her. But she ended up getting this like Arcturian and avian star beings energy thing that's going to help her with like activations and receiving energy. And it was like she needed this big huge one for her feet to like anchor her here into the physical world while she's doing her connections. And then she has like a key to it, which is this little tiny one that's the key to the whole thing. And then one for above her head, one from beside her, the other side of her, and, you know, just a whole bunch. Oh, and then the one for her heart was a smoky quartz. So it was like she got 4 quartz and a smoky quartz, and like they all work together. And there was like these little portals on them that every crystal I pulled out for her that I felt intuitively guided to had like this like portal thingy on it. Even ones that I didn't end up putting into the mix had the portal things on it. And I was like, why am I keep pulling these out? She obviously needs these. So yeah, things like that. But I was thinking I could do that. Maybe I do it like once in a while, like offer that service, like where people can have me intuitively connect to them and like set a price limit. Like, you know, I want an intuitively, you know, given to me crystal setup. Either like you could do a grid, or you could do like whatever comes through with a price limit of 100 or a price limit of 300, or you know what I mean, just doing different prices. And then you could like leave a note like, I would rather have 1 really good crystal over like 5 kind of shitty crystals, or I'd rather have more crystals than 1 really good one. You know, people can kind of like customize it that way. But anyways, there is a lot of crystals and a lot of elixirs and things like that we can connect with. Herbs has something I've been getting into now because of my Lyme, and like watching medical medium and, you know, all of that, like trying to steer away from stuff that's been not good for us. But, you know, people tell us it's good for us, and then you find out later on it's not. And that's how this whole world is. Like this whole COVID thing, all those shots that everybody's pumping in, I guarantee you there's going to be some issues later down the road, because they didn't even give anybody a chance to like see what it does. It took a whole year for me to like really get the effects of Lyme into my body, you know? So think about that. Like Lyme isn't good, and it impacts you within 10 minutes of being bit, but it doesn't like take you down until a year later. Or in my case, it didn't take me down until a year later. You know, like I was feeling shitty already. I already had some like weird, you know, empathy issues, but I don't know. It was after a year, it was like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like I'm literally dying. And it's still difficult. I still have, you know, a hard time. Mornings are the worst for me. I wake up in pain and agony. Like my rib cage feels like it's coming through my freaking body. I'm like, why is this happening? And I just want to cry and like not live sometimes. So, you know, it's difficult, and trying to navigate our way through all of this stuff on this physical material world with our physical material bodies ain't easy. And if you're a starseed or a light worker or whatever, I know a lot of us have been struggling like even more so lately than we usually do. So just know you're not alone. Like I was talking to someone the other day who, you know, we were both on the twin flame thing, like at the same time type of thing. We both had a lot of the same shit go down, you know, like they both feel the same way, we're both dealing with some weird shit, we both had, you know, similarities in our childhood. It was like I said like where she lived before I even knew where she lived. We just had like a telepathic-y like weird connection. So we're like, you know, on that level of, it's weird. I have that level thing with some people. Like some people I don't even have to talk to you and we just know each other from like the star energies and things. But she's been going through a lot of the same shit I've been going through, like coming to this place where it's like you don't even give a shit about union. You don't really care anymore because it's like you know, you're not happy. You're not feeling fulfilled with whatever's going on, and you can only hold on to hope for so long sometimes. So I feel like a lot of people may be losing their hope. A lot of people may be losing their, you know, like their drive, or they just don't feel like they know what to do right now or where to go with themselves. So I'm trying to work on that and trying to be in service, because when I'm in service, I receive. So I've been working more on, you know, coming up with ways that I can help people to do that, like to get into alignment with where they're going, with their purpose and their mission, and actually teach them like how to do it, because the star kids and like the you know, empaths of the world, they seem to lack that like ability sometimes to be like, yeah, I know how to do social media marketing, or I know how to like, you know, do my search engine optimization, or I can build a website and blah blah blah. They're usually not those type of people. Not now, there's more and more who are, because they're like the indigo kids and they get the technology and all of that. But there's still a lot of people out there, especially those who are like the Blu-ray souls or the indigo, you know, the people that gave birth to the indigos. They're awake, they're here, they want to serve, but they don't know how to put themselves out in front of the world to actually be like seen, to actually make a difference and an impact. And obviously, if you look at my shit, I've been able to kind of put myself in front of people. So that's one thing I'm good at, but I can teach other people how to do it. That's what I used to do. That's like, I loved doing it. I loved being like somebody's person to help them like make their website and do all those things. I don't want to do that now. Like, I don't want to like make your website and all of that, but I'll teach you how to like get yourself going and how to like put yourself out there so that you can make an impact in the world that, you know, makes a difference and actually gets seen, and will pay you so that you got money in your pocket to survive. Like, you want to make a YouTube channel, but it isn't working for you. You only got 1 subscriber. We'll talk about how to get that to work, you know, things like that. So I'm working on that. I got to finish Halcyon Light Healing. Obviously, I have all my stuff in my Etsy shop and on my website too. And I'm doing customized things now too, like where it's like, if you want to blend for this, or you don't know what you want your blend to be, but you know you want to blend from me, you just go order the custom one and tell me what size you want, and I'll make it for you with guidance from the stars. Just if you're allergic to something, tell me. And if you hate patchouli, tell me, so that you don't end up with something that you hate or that's like all patchouli. But you know, sometimes we hate things or we don't like things because there's like an energetic block to it that we need to clear. Like some people, when I play the sound bowls, there's some of them that like I can't stand the sound of too, because we have an energetic block too. But as soon as we like allow ourselves to listen to that bowl for like an entire hour or something, or for throughout an entire meditation, we clear the block, and then we like the sound of it. We're like, oh, okay, I'm good with that now. Sometimes it's just an energetic thing that we have. So if you hate something, try to like, you know, introduce yourself to it, figure out why, what is it indicating to you that you hate, because it's usually something inside of us that we hate, you know. It's just like when we don't like a person because of XYZ, it's usually something about us that we don't like that we're seeing in them. So it's the same type of concept with everything. But anyways, I'm gonna go now, and I guess this is going on YouTube. So let me know what you guys think. If you want me to post that other video here, I think I'm just gonna start doing whatever I want on this channel and not really worry about it anymore, because I let it get taken over and run to the point where I stopped making anything, because I don't have the energy to do what I was doing before. Pick a card every day of my life. So we'll see what comes about and see what happens. I'm sure I'll lose a bunch of subscribers, but I'd rather have people that care about, you know, supporting the channel and myself rather than just themselves. So thank you if you're here. In Renee, namaste.